If you're looking for some more witchy romances to sweeten your Halloween, I highly recommend going over to the Funk and Fiction blog. I have participated in their Halloween event for several years in a row. They offer a free short story every day during the week of Halloween for your reading pleasure. And in 2020, my very first time participating, I wrote Mirror Justice. It's the second story in my Witchy Business series, but you can read them in any order. So if you're looking for an oldie but a goodie, I highly recommend going over and dipping into this throwback. And here is a reading of what you can expect from the beginning of Mirror Justice. John Grayson was a menace to society, of course, but mostly to Mona St. Clair's peace of mind. The sentiment had no longer blossomed in her thoughts than St. Clair himself cawed in chiding disagreement from his perch beside her. Their opinions of Gray was the only judgment she and her ancestral raven had so far ever disagreed upon in her 5 years of preparation to become Lady Justice. Despite her predecessor, Zero St. Clair, insistence that she was too young, too inexperienced, too naive, too female, more like. She was finally enjoying her first day in office, upholding her coven's laws. Enjoying it, that was, until halfway through her third proceeding, when she came to the unfortunate realization that she might have the flu. And then the only worst conclusion to the day, besides potentially vomiting, collapsing from her dais, and passing out on her chamber's marble floor, came to fruition. The fifth and final accused in need of judgment was none other than her childhood sweetheart, John Grayson, the prodigal warlock, returned. She didn't care what St. Clair thought. The ancestors and their all-powerful centuries-old magic be damned. Mona's own substantial power sizzled over her skin, tingled through her fingers, and settled in her cheeks in an unwelcome, unfair, completely inappropriate blush. Yes, Gray was most certainly, unequivocally, a menace. He knelt in genuflection before her in her private chambers, charged with indecent public witchcraft again. His downcast olive green eyes were oh so remorseful, filled with genuine regret. Also, again. The first time, she'd been his ally, but now, with the coven's laws to uphold, Mona sighed. She could end his misery here and now, something painless, of course. It wasn't as if he'd murdered anyone, but a 30-year-old warlock who still couldn't control his volatile magic was, well, a menace. St. Clair nipped at her hair, nearly catching the shell of her ear with his sharp beak. Yes, all right. She wasn't planning to end anything of Gray's, let alone his misery. But a girl could dream, couldn't she? And looking into those two familiar, unique eyes as he peeked up at her from under those devastating dark lashes, ending his misery wasn't the only dream she was suppressing, only the most attainable. I hope you enjoy Gray and Mona's romance in Mirror Justice. So head over to the Funk and Fiction blog and enjoy.